Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the Commanders Eagles post-game show. I'm your host, Oscar Montiel, here of RTS with Oscar Montiel. Some housekeeping items tonight. We will be streaming Cowboys Buccaneers Sunday Night Football, so make sure you guys check out the live stream. Also, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to both of our channels. Post notification and bell so that we guys know when we do new videos and live streams and all that good stuff. Follow us on TikTok and support our PayPals. All right. Now, on to this game. Wow. Washington finds a way to shut me up every single time, y'all. I'm not fronting. They find a way. um, Granted, I've had more I'm right situations than I've had more I'm right situations than I'm wrong situations. These are one of those situations. Now, Philly. What happened? What happened? Oh, Jalen Hurts got hurt. I don't care. I really don't because the Eagles think, oh, Saquon Barkley. You know, people in the media, Saquon Barkley MVP, Saquon Barkley MVP. Well, guess what? If Saquon Barkley was an MVP, and I know before people start commenting on TikTok and on my YouTube, Saquon Barkley had 100 yards rushing in the first quarter. He had 2 touchdowns. You don't know what you're talking about. What did he do after? He had 17 carries for 23 yards. That's not MVP. I'm sorry, but it's not. When you're an MVP, when you're supposed to be the guy that's supposed to be MVP, you're supposed to rise to the occasion and put the game to bed. Now, I did not foresee Devontae Smith having hands like a snake. Jahan Dotson be teaching him how to drop passes. That's all I'm going to say about that. Devontae Smith, you have the best teacher in the world. You have the best teacher in the world on teaching you how to drop passes like Jahan Dotson. Good job, Jahan. So, wow. Kenny Pickett, Aaron, I can't wait for tonight, bro, because I'm gonna have, I'm gonna debate Aaron on Kenny Pickett, because I was telling my guy Jason Alamio about this, that Aaron thought that the Steelers getting rid of Kenny Pickett was the worst move. Really? I don't think it is. Kenny Pickett deserved to be let go. For Russell Wilson and Justin Fields? No. The Steelers have a winning record. I guarantee you with Kenny Pickett at the helm, they wouldn't be winning. Just saying. So, don't give me Jalen Hurts was hurt. Y'all were doing fine and dandy. Kenny Pickett threw a touchdown to A.J. Brown. Stop. Saquon Barkley was having his way with the Washington defense. And you mean to tell me that he couldn't carry that team? You mean to tell me that bonehead of Nick Sirianni, instead of being a smart doof, this is what I would have done. On 3rd and 5, give it to Saquon. Don't throw the football and risk an incompletion. How about you get a few yards, maybe, force Washington to use their final timeout, or take it to the 2-minute warning. Go for it on 4th down. You convert that 4th down, and maybe you win that game. But no, you decide to throw the ball with Kenny Pickett. Incompletion. Washington get field goal. Washington gets the ball back, and Washington wins. Let me get to Washington here now for a second. Hey, Jaden Daniels, good job winning that game. Good job, buddy. 5 touchdowns, 2 picks. You actually are proving you actually are the guy. And I remember it took me a while for me to admit that, and I think I admitted that after the Bears game. I honestly I do think that I admitted that Jaden Daniels is the guy and the franchise guy. After the Bears game, after he did the Maryland Miracle thing or whatever they like to call that. Another game that he just puts on his back and wins. Just unreal. This franchise, first time that they get 10 wins in 12 years since the RG3 days with Mike Shanahan. That's insane. And I remember those RG3 days. I remember, I was like, oh wow, we actually got a franchise quarterback with Dan Snyder as owner, and because of mismanagement and doing this and that, and Dan Snyder, Washington was in purgatory for 12 years. Jaden Daniels comes along, new ownership, new coach, new quarterback, and the rest is history. Washington is 10-5 for the first time since 1991. They all honesty could go to the playoffs next week, y'all. Next Sunday night, Falcons Commanders. Washington can lock up a playoff spot next Sunday night. And we'll be streaming that game too, just FYI. Now, this game, this is another thing that aggravates me. How in the hell? The Eagles got 5 turnovers. Washington turned it over 5 times. 5! 5! And you still couldn't win the game? You still kept it close? When I saw that fumble in the third quarter, and the Eagles go down the field, get a touchdown to make it 27-14, all I said was, okay, game over. I didn't even do a third quarter, fourth quarter recap. Because what was I going to say? That's just unreal. It's just unreal. Now, Brian Robinson, I don't know what happened today. 10 carries for 24 yards. You know, and the 2 fumbles, and maybe he had an off day. He's not known for fumbling the football, but he did it twice today, and that cannot happen. He's got to figure out what's happened, because maybe, I don't know if it's the cold weather, y'all. And here's the thing, next Sunday night, it's going to be another cold weather game. There's going to be another cold game, so look out for that. So yeah. Jaden Daniels, like I said, 5 touchdowns. Alameda Zacchaeus, have yourself a game ball, 2 touchdowns. Jamison Crowder, and this is a guy that I want to... The journey that this guy, punt returner for Washington, made wide receiver number 3, outstanding. Washington doesn't even bother to try to retain him after the 2016 season. Or 2015, 2016 season, whenever that was. They lose, he goes to the Jets, goes to the Bills, forgot what other team he goes to. Anyway, comes back to Washington, supposed to be strictly a punt returner, but is a guy with 2 receiving touchdowns for Jaden Daniels, man. Shout out to Jamison Crowder. Luke McCaffrey. Oh, I do feel bad for Luke McCaffrey, because here's the thing. And if you notice, I actually do have Luke McCaffrey across the screen here. He was a good kickoff returner. I'm not gonna lie. Washington missed a lot of opportunities in that first half. Good field position. What happened? They punt the football, or I think it was the fumble, the first fumble. They fumble it away. Oh, I was like, wow, that's how. Oh no, sorry. He gets a good kick. No, yeah, the second drive gets a good return and fumble. gets a big game, man, like Luke McCaffrey, I like him. I like Luke McCaffrey, honestly. So that I'm just in shock. I know that this video is all over the place. So Lamade Zacchaeus. Oh, Lamade Zacchaeus with a big 49-yard touchdown. Good job, Terry McLaurin, getting 6 catches. I would have liked more, but it is what it is, I guess. 6 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown. So there you go. More active. Jaden Daniels, like I said, had the 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, but he had a 30-yard scramble. It was 4th and 11, and I didn't like this call, but it worked out with Dan Quinn, 4th and 11, and he just runs it. He runs for his life, gets the 30-yard gain, keeps Washington in the game. So there you go. Let me see. De'Ami Brown had a big catch, but that was offset because he fumbled it. Let me see. The 2 fumbles by Brian Robinson, already mentioned. The fumble by De'Ami. The 2 interceptions. Now, the first interception was just that was all on him. That was on him. That was on Jaden Daniels, unfortunately. Which I'm like, I didn't care for. Didn't like. And then with that on, in all honesty, Devontae Smith dropping that pass. It was that interception that I thought, I'm like, okay, that's it. Game over. I was like, it was 30-28 at that point. I was like, okay, Jaden Daniels can just maybe run it here, run it there, but then he throws across his body. That's just not something you do as a quarterback. So unfortunately, like I said, that was another bad interception. But he came back. The defense did their job, did whatever they needed to do. He got the ball back, got a second chance at it, and it didn't miss this time. 9 seconds. He also with a scramble, 9 carries for 82 yards, nothing to scoff at, and I'm not gonna scoff at that. That's actually pretty impressive. The Eagles defense, the running game did not work at all, aside from Jaden Daniels getting 9 carries for 82 yards. Period. The pass game. Shout out to what's that safety's name? I'm thinking of his name. He got ejected for first jaw jacking or getting in a fight with Terry and then getting into a fight with De'Ami. So, and the Eagles were like, "Oh, our players got ejected. Oh, we got injuries." I don't care. Like I said, you guys were up by 13 points, and you guys couldn't get the job done. You guys were up 14 points, and you couldn't get the job done. You guys were up by 2 points, and Devontae Smith drops a pass. Anyway, but that's it. That's all. Let me know what you guys think of this game. I know it was a longer post game, but I'm just in shock. Washington, again, like I said, 10th win on the season, first 10-win season since 2012. And they're 10-5 for the first time since the 90s. And they have a chance, though, get to the playoffs next week with the Falcons. The Falcons won earlier today with I was about to say Bo Nix, no, with oh my God, Michael Penix. So on to Atlanta. Washington with the shocking result of them all this week. That's it. That's all. And I'm out of here.